Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cherry and almond cake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to grab yourself a large mixing bowl, and into the mixing bowl place your butter, followed by the sugar, then beat together until they are lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. This will take a little bit of time depending on how soft your butter is. The softer the butter is, generally the easier it will be to get lighter and fluffier in a quicker time. Once you've achieved that, you can then go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. You can then go ahead and add in the eggs and mix these in until they are fully incorporated. You may notice that the mixture looks quite different once it's incorporated. That's fine, don't worry, this is completely normal. Then again, give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits that wasn't fully worked in from earlier on. You can then go ahead and add in the dry ingredients, starting with the ground almonds followed by the flour, then add in the almond extract as I forgot to add it in with the eggs. Then just mix this in or fold it in by hand. This gives you more control and does help you not to over mix the mixture, so once you don't see a trace of a single dry ingredient, you are good to stop mixing. I found the consistency wasn't right, so I added some milk. You may not need to do this, but I did on this occasion. Mix the milk in until it's incorporated. You are looking for a bit of a looser cake batter like this. Then add in your cherries, saving a few back just to place on top a little later on. So incorporate those in and make sure that they are fairly distributed throughout the cake batter. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and grab your deep-sided 6-inch cake tin and pour the batter into it. And you'll just want to level it up just a little bit, you know, by jiggling it around or getting your spatula and just jiggling it around so it gets to a more level consistency. It won't be perfectly level, and that's fine. Top the cake with some flaked almonds. Don't use toasted, use just blanched, as these will get toasted while they're in the oven. Then finish by topping with some cherry halves. Again, this is optional, but I like to do it as it's just an additional touch. And here's what it looks like before it goes in the oven. All the information will be in the blog post, which will be linked down below. So then later on, once the cake is baked and fully cooled, you can cut it up into as many or as few pieces as you'd like. I went with 8, but you can cut this into 6 and it'd still be generous enough. It's just a very classic cherry cake. If you've ever had like a cherry and almond like Madeira cake, it's similar to that, but this is a bit lighter than a Madeira, as you can tell, studded with cherries. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again very soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and links to all my social media. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.